Meredith?
Joe, no Ellsbury, no Teixeira. What went into that?
Tex had his knee drained last night. He'll be back in there tomorrow. We expect him to be fully fine. He's been playing with a little fluid on it for a few days, and we got it drained last night. And Els just kind of beat up, needs a day off, and he should be back in there tomorrow too.
Is there anything in particular with Ellsbury?
No, it's just overall, he's sore, a little bit sore all over. So we just, he needs a day, and a guy needs a day, he needs a day.
With Teixeira, how concerning is that? I mean, I know he's had some other issues, but it's kind of a new issue now.
Well, I mean, he's played with this. As I said, we really believe he'll be back in there tomorrow.
And those two guys have been two guys in your lineup that have been producing. To not have them in the lineup the way things are going, how difficult is that?
Well, it is what it is, and someone else got to come up with some big hits today.
Sweeney?
50-50 question. Which knee is it?
I'm pretty sure it's his left. I'd say 75% sure. It is his left.
How long has he been playing with that?
He's had a fluid on it a little bit, but he's played through it. And so they just, we talked about it yesterday and decided to get it drained after the game last night. Yeah.
Dan Martin?
Any thoughts of giving Derek a day?
He's going to get one here soon, yeah.
Do you feel like you're leaning on him more than you would like to have?
Well, I mean, he swung the bat good again last night. As long as his body feels good and I feel that he's moving around, I'm going to keep playing. I mean, he's been productive for us, so I'll pick a day here pretty soon, though.
Given that the season's halfway over, are you at all surprised by how he's held up and been?
Yeah, I mean, he's done a really good job. We had the one little issue early on with the tight quad, but he's really held up well.
Wally in the front?
Joe, understanding that the responsibility lies with the players to produce, is there anything that a manager or the hitting coach can do to shake a lineup out of its doldrums?
Well, I mean, you continue to work, Wally, and you continue to talk. There is no magic formula. Can I go, walk on my hands through the clubhouse? No, I can't do that. No. But it's just continued work, and you keep throwing them out there. I mean, that's the bottom line, is that you try to give the guys that you believe that are going to be the most productive, consistent at bats, and eventually it's going to change.
Does Kevin do anything differently at a time like this?
No. I mean, he continues to work with the guys in the swing, evaluate what they're doing, and you go from there. I mean, like I said, if there was a magic formula, we would do it, but there isn't.
Andrew?
Joe, what have you thought of Brian Roberts so far this year?
I think he's played pretty well. I think his at-bats have been consistent. I think he's hit the ball harder than his average indicates. I think he's been pretty consistent for us.
Dan again?
Any thought to Gardner in center and Ichiro in left?
Yeah, well, I just decided that you really move one guy instead of moving all the guys around. Each has mostly been playing right. Soriano has mostly been playing right, and Gardy's mostly been playing left. So instead of moving all three guys in a sense or moving two guys in a sense to a different position, you move one. And you put your two fastest guys on, they're probably going to have a lot of right-handed hitters in the lineup, and you put your two fastest guys there.
Jorge in the front. Wait for the mic if you don't mind.
Joe, were you aware of the hack documents from the Astros and just the fact that it's out there that Ichiro was a possibility he was offered to the Astros, and have you had to discuss anything with Ichiro? And
I've never heard that. That's news to me.